superiority. It's the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. All that and more coming up next.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis here at the Superdome. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense. And it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the four-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay the game. Offense.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Straight ahead is Hall, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away. What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by one of the most productive QBs in the last decade. It's year 10 for the Fresno Stater now. Here's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
We're good.
Now a man picked up after 2 years in Detroit. It's Jamal Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Franklin Myers. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Carr. The pass caught by Olave. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Run it.
On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. One more time with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession.
What now?
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Carr. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Carr going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken at the 10. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
This 2nd and 4.
Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, we got to get it Let's go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time backing in this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, those guys are hard to find.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
2nd down and 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
It's a foot race. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Carr to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Kamara trying the right side. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now Carr.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers steps away to his left. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
93, 29.
Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
You're mine.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 28 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It cuts this thing to 2. It's 15-13 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The New York set to take the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Dancing to his left. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Kamara up the middle, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. Let's go. What now?
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
694.
Here's Carr to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 45 yards. And the Saints have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Garrett Wilson to what he was looking.
Second down. Rodgers now to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the prime situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
93.
In motion right, Olave. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Here's 3rd and 6.
To throw his car. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for the Saints. First down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hill. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll indeed take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.